Morning, it's Monday morning and I thought I would make a banana cake, but I'm gonna try something a little different today. I have never made, I don't even know if you can, but I don't see why not, if you can make a banana cake in the slow cooker. So I'm going to try. I've got lots of bananas that need using up. I can only use so many really in a banana cake, but here goes. So I thought we'd do it together. Fingers crossed that it works. Ready? Hello, boy. Okay, the recipe: 145 grams of softened butter. This isn't very soft at all. I'm going to go and double that, and I'm just going to weigh it out. I'm going to put it in a container, put it in the microwave for a bit because it's jolly hard what's been in the fridge. As you can see, so that's 145, that's 300, isn't it? Is it? Yes. 145, 300. Dead on, dead on. Follow me, okay? What are you doing? Following me? I've got nothing for you. You're making a cake and it will be ready for you here. Absolutely perfect, that. Nice and soft now. Right, then it calls for 145 grams of self-raising flour, so of course I'm going to double that again. So let's go. Yay. Then the recipe says a teaspoon of baking powder, so of course I'm going in with vanilla extract. Whoops, but it is something I add to most sweet cakes. So I'm going in with 2 teaspoons of that. And the recipe says 2 eggs. I'm obviously going to go in with 4. And then going in with my beater, and we're going to mix all of this together. There we go. This bowl is very old and it has a chip here, but nothing else is like falling off of that, and there aren't any chips anywhere else to worry about. Right, so I've kind of brought most of that together, and now I need to go in with 4 bananas into that, because the recipe says 2. And then I've got these that are like really overripe, as you can see. I'm going to use those because they're going to mash down really, really easily. I have still got a bunch of 5 bananas, however they are not as ripe as this, so they could be eaten, you know. Well, they could be eaten anyway, even like this. Some people prefer them like this, don't they? I personally don't. It's funny because my husband, Chris, he absolutely hates bananas, but he will eat banana cake. It's like a texture thing, I think, really, with him. Right, let's get those in. So that's the bananas in. I'm going to take a fork and just start to mash them a bit, just to make it easier before we start incorporating them into like this batter. Another banana actually, but these are the other bananas that I've got. Look, they're only tiny. I'm going to put another one of those in. It just doesn't feel banana-y enough. That's a little one, so I'd call that like 4.5. I think this would be lovely with some chopped dates in it as well, but Chris doesn't like dates. Doesn't like a lot of fruit. There we go. I'm going to just grease the inside of a slow cooker liner. That saves having to sort of clean out the slow cooker too much. Because having done it in there before, I don't know if it would be like, even if it's going to work, to be honest. Right, let's move over there so I can oil the liner with the olive oil. I'm gonna put the pastry brush. Actually, I think what I'll do would be, I think this would be easier. So stick it up like that and just like squish it all around the bag. Let's get that back in. So I've had this on low. Well, I'm going to be cooking it on low because I've no idea, you know, how it's going to go. Feels nice and light now, so I'm not tipping it in because I want to get it in like all the sort of more or less at level at the bottom, all the corners, well they're not corners, but you know, all the little curves of the slow cooker. It'd be a game changer if you can, you know, start to bake other cakes in a slow cooker, possibly. Push it down. What is the worst that could happen? It doesn't cook. Well, it'll cook, but it might not look nice, but I'm sure it'll still taste nice if it hasn't risen in the traditional style. Right, there we go. That's what it's looking like. So let's get that lid on. No idea how long I'm going to leave it for. Obviously, I'll just have to keep checking it because I haven't done it this way before. And some nuts in here would be delicious, but I don't want to waste any other ingredients in case it doesn't turn out as I'm hoping it will. So we will come back at, you know, odd times. I'll do the timings on it and let you know. Well, obviously I'll show you and let you know how long it's taken. Right then, my love. So I started timing from 9:50. No, yeah, 9:50 it was when I put the lid on this. We are now at, what time is it now? 10:43, and it is rising. Look at the air bubbles in that. Woohoo! I'm not sure how long to give it, but I don't think that is long enough. Let me have a little touch. No, look. Nowhere near done. So I reckon it's going to take a good 2 to 3 hours in there. Anyway, I'll come back later. Okay, so it's now 12:35, and I would say this is done. Certainly looks it. Smells delicious. I'm just going to get a little knife to pop into it. I mean, it's quite a sort of moistish cake anyway, isn't it? So, but there we go. That's definitely cooked. Wow, looks good. Right, I'm going to turn it off. Leave it to cool for a little bit in here. Then I'm just going to take the whole bag out, put it on a rack, and I'll be back. Hi my loves, I'm back again. I forgot to show you what it was like when it first came out of the oven. We had some friends come around, and so obviously I got, you know, sidetracked. But what I did is I had some lemon sort of butter icing, and so I put it, while it was still sort of slightly warm, I put it on. We have had some, and it is absolutely delicious, and I would definitely do a one of these again, the banana loaves or the banana bread. The banana bread I definitely do again in the slow cooker. It was so easy, but because the banana bread is such a moist recipe, I mean, it obviously still looks very moist, but then that's what banana cake is like, isn't it? So that's what it looks like with the icing on. This is what I've done. I've popped it into squares. This is what each little square looks looks like. And as you can see, it's I do that, it's really sort of spongy and it's so yummy. It kind of reminds me of bread pudding in a way, but not quite that sort of wet. But you know what I mean, because it is still quite a wet texture, isn't it? So I thought I'd just pop it into squares, put it in to a cake tin, and then anyone can just sort of help themselves to it. But that is what it looks like, and I would recommend giving it a go. I mean, it was just mixing everything up, chucking it in the slow cooker. It was great, the fact that I did it in the liner. I think the only difference is it came out, I mean, it did rise quite a bit, to be fair, as you can see, but it still came out a bit like a slab. If you want it to look like a loaf, then obviously you need to do it like a loaf tin. So I've just stored it there in the in my Christmas cake tin, actually, and it's just there, so if anyone fancies a bit, then they just come along and have themselves every time they have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, or they just feel a little need of a snack. And that's it, yeah. I'm really glad I gave it a go, because I think it came out really well, and it has encouraged me to maybe try like a normal sponge cake or something in there to see what that turns out like. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Wherever you are in the world, look after yourself, take good care. I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.